But I'm honestly just not going to overthink this project, if that's a possibility. I'm just going to enjoy anticipating 2 new sofas sometime in the next 3 weeks. Hi creators, it's Claire from Springworth. It's time for a new challenge and a new project. So I have this Drunkard's Path 5-inch template that I bought a very long time ago, and I just ordered 2 new sofas, so I think we're going to need some new cushions. So I have pulled out from the stash the green cord that you may have seen me make into a jacket, and then some old jeans. And one time I think this was a jeans recycled into a skirt, and then I have more jeans. So I'm gonna make some curves. I don't think I've really sewn curves. I tried to do a dress, and that's still a work in progress. So I'm gonna cut these up. I'm gonna try to avoid the thick seams. So I'm gonna see what I can cut around those, and then arrangement and how many is. So I'm working on a 50 centimeter square cushion, that's 19.5 inches. That I'm gonna need 4 per side, and I will decide how many of the sides I'm decorating before the end of the project. First step then is I'm just gonna go ahead, cut a bunch of semicircles, and I have the other half of the template too, L shapes. Cut a bunch of those, making sure I get the right side. Don't think I'm going to piece up all the fabric I've got, because I do need to just bear in mind how many I have to make. So I'm just going to start with cutting. Before I commit to cutting out all of that fabric, I'm going to give 1 or 2 a quick test run. So let's start some centering and pinning and get onto the machine. I think it definitely deserves saying that that was not as hard as I was expecting it to be. It's a nice, wide, generous curve, so this may be the perfect introduction to sewing circles, half circles. So I will commit, and I will go ahead now and chop up a lot more. I made one in each colorway, so green and blue, black and blue, and black and green. And I love how I've ironed the seam in. I love how it kind of pops. It's almost like the circle's popping out of the back in. So I've got a number more cut. I also found some other scrap pieces of the same black jeans and blue chinos. So I will use those up before I cut into the more significant pieces. But yes, this will be a multiple part video, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the stitching, and I will see you in the next one.